If you are looking for some of the very best plug and play tactics for FM23, you have come to the right place. Whether you are short of time or you need a complete overhaul of your tactical system, here on the channel I will test tactics so you don't have to. In today's video I'm going to be looking at a balanced 4-3-3. The subject of today's tactic testing video is going to be Liam's 4-3-3, very simply titled because it is Liam's and it's a 4-3-3. So let's have a little look at some of the positions that it will use. Starting off at the back, we need a sweeper keeper who will be set to defend. On the left, you've got a wing back who is set to support. You have two ball playing defenders who are set to defend. And on the right hand side, you have a wing back who is set to support. You have a roaming playmaker who is set to support. On the left, an inverted winger set to support. And on the right, another one. Then at the top of the pitch, you have three advanced forwards who are set to attack. Firstly on the left, the one in the centre, and the one on the right. So, as I said, it's Liam's 4-3-3. Its tactical style is custom Islam champ. Its mentality is balanced. If we break it down for you, its in possession will look like this. Its in transition looks like this. Its out of possession looks like this. So, pretty simple 4-3-3, one of the more basic formations for Football Manager 2023. But today we're going to put it through its paces with West Ham, Torino and Valencia. We're going to kick the results off in the Premier League, and we can see that West Ham have finished in third place and have qualified for the Champions League. Let's break down their 38 game campaign then. So they played 38, they won 24, they drew 4, lost 10, scored an impressive 95 goals. They did concede 54. They had a 41 goal difference and they finished on 76, which made them best of the rest considering Man City finished on 92 and Liverpool on 93. So a Champions League qualification in the Premier League. If we look at the profile page for the competition, we see they didn't have a top goal scorer in the top 4. But they did have Scamacca on 20, Antonio on 18 and Benrahma on 16. So they shared the goals around the first team. Average rating, Scamacca got 7.37. For assists, they had Paqueta with 10, Bowen with 9 and Scamacca with 9. So again, sharing out the assists. Player of the Match awards, Scamacca got 7, Antonio got 5. In terms of clean sheets for the goalkeeper, Fabianski got himself 10. On the yellow cards side, a little bit dodgy here. Zuma with 14 and Rice with 14. So you might need to tell them to ease off the tackles a little bit. For distance covered per 90 minutes, Lanzini with 14.58. Tackles per 90 minutes, they have 2 players. Emerson with 3.84. Fornells with 3.82. Dribbles per 90 minutes. They didn't have anybody in that category. So a fantastic start to their tester with them finishing in third place in the league. Go to the competitions tab, we can see they have had a really good season. So starting off with the Carabao Cup, they were knocked out in the semi-final by Wolves. They got all the way to the FA Cup final, where unfortunately they lost to Manchester United in extra time 1-0. And they also got to the Europa Conference League final and they managed to win the competition. They beat Lazio 3-2 in the final. So a fantastic way to start off the tactic tester. Third place in the Premier League, winner of the Conference League, final of the FA Cup and the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Next we're moving on to Italy and we are looking at Serie A. We can see that Torino have finished in 7th place and they have qualified for the Europa Conference League. If we break down their 38 game campaign, you can see they played 38, they won 20, they drew 7, they lost 11, scored 81 goals, conceded 50, had a 31 goal difference, and they finished on 67 points to qualify for the Conference League. You can see though that they also finished on the same amount of points as Udinese, but sadly due to the head-to-head, Udinese qualified for the Europa League and Torino for the Conference League. Looking a bit further up, they only finished 2 points behind Napoli, who finished in 5th. They were only 4 points off of a Champions League place at the end of the season. If you go into the profile page, you can see that once again, not really overpowering the stats, but if we go looking, we can see Radonjic got 22 goals, Sanabria got 15. For average ratings, they had Radonjic with 7.24 and Pellegrini with 7.21. For assists, they had Miranchuk with 10, Pellegrini with 9, and Vlasic also on 8. Player of the Match awards, they had Sanabria with 4. For clean sheets, they had Milinkovic-Savic down here on 10. Yellow cards, luckily not disciplinary issues on this part of the tactic tester. The distance covered per 90 minutes, Lukic got himself 15.39 covered per 90 minutes. Tackles per 90 minutes, nobody in that category. And dribbles per 90 minutes, they had Aina with 4.25. So, 7th place in Serie A. They qualified for the Conference League. If we go to the Competitions tab, we can see that they also played in the Coppa Italia. Unfortunately, they were knocked out in the second round by Udinese. Finally, we are off to Spain. We are looking at La Liga and we are looking for Valencia and another team that have finished in 3rd place qualifying for the Champions League. Breaking down their 38 game campaign, then they played 38. They won an impressive 28 games, drawing 4, losing only 6 times. They scored 98 goals, conceded 38. They had a 60 goal difference and they finished on 88 points. Now that was only 2 points behind Real Madrid above them and only 4 points off of winning La Liga, Barcelona finishing on 92. If we go to the profile page for La Liga, we can see that Cavani got himself 24 goals and Duro got himself 17. Cavani led the way with a 7.53 average rating and Duro with 7.43. Gaia got himself 14 assists. Cavani had 8 Player of the Match awards. In terms of clean sheets, Domenech got himself 11 of those. For yellow cards, they did have player Rendell Correa with 13, but it's not overly bad in terms of discipline. Distance covered per 90 minutes, Yunus Musa with 14.74. Tackles per 90 minutes, Justin Kluivert with 3.17. And dribbles per 90 minutes, they had Gaia with 4.43. So another team that has done really well in their league. How did they get on in the rest of the competitions? So they were knocked out in the semi-finals of the Copa del Rey by Real Madrid. And they were knocked out in the semi-finals of the Supercopa de España by Betis. So 3 teams with impressive results. West Ham finishing 3rd, qualifying for the Champions League, winning the Conference League, final of the FA Cup. We then had Torino in 7th, qualifying for the Conference League. We had Valencia qualify for the Champions League through La Liga. Right then, if you're still with me at this point of the video, firstly, a big thank you. Secondly, if you could hit the like and subscribe button to help the channel, I really would appreciate it. Watching the support on the channel the past couple of months has been fantastic. It's all down to people like yourself who are watching the video and interact with the channel. Before you go, don't forget there are other things on the channel. We have other tactic testers, including non-league tactic testing, Wonder Kids, Let's Plays, rebuilds, tips, chints, tutorials, a little bit of something for everybody right here on the channel. For this one, I'm going to leave it there. A big thank you for watching. I'll see you on another video soon.